Hi,
Hey guys, it's Gary.
Alright, negative 2 times 5.
Negative 10.
Oh.
Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10x. Negative 2 times negative 16.
Positive 32.
Positive 32. Now make sure that you're really careful about those negatives, right? A negative times a negative is a positive 32. Right? That's the most common mistake, is that when we have a negative and a negative there, somebody misses it. Here we go. Negative again. So we're distributing a negative here. What do we get?
Negative 21.
Negative 21, and then negative 3 times negative m.
Negative 3.
Positive 3. Careful. And don't forget that this is a negative 4m still. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to use my magic lasso. I'm going to lasso it up here so that I can do what? Combine like terms. Thank you very much. Alright, 3 good guys and 4 bad guys. Bad guys win by 1. So negative 21, negative 1m.
I knew it.
Right? You could change the order if you really wanted to, but you don't have to write the 1. Yeah. You do not have to write the 1. Alright, any questions so far? Okay, now this one is a little interesting. You're doing something there, not plugging it in, because we want to use mathy words. What are the mathy words for that? Sorry?
Substitution.
You are correct, substitution. So, since we substitute a number in there, we actually do not need to distribute. We can just add it. Okay, so negative 18, and then we can add negative 0.5. What do we get? That's right, negative 18.5. So that's inside the parentheses, but we're multiplying times negative 4. Okay, I'm going to stop this. So, negative 18.5 times negative 4 is?
2.
It's 74.
75.
Actually, one class told me the wrong answer. It's 74. Positive or negative? Positive. Thank you. Okay. Okay, simplify the following expression. Which part? Okay, so here we have this whole thing, right? And we're substituting in negative 0.5. So let's do parentheses first. Negative 18 and negative 0.5. So when we combine that, we get negative 18.5. See that? But that's inside the parentheses. Now we have to multiply times 4. That's it. Oh. Did that help?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Alright, simplify the following expressions. Do you see like terms?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Which one?
12W and negative.
12W and negative 3W. Thank you. Next. Anything else?
Yeah.
16 and negative 17. Okay, what do we get? 12 minus 3.
9.
9W.
The negative
16
one.
minus
Negative.
17, negative 1. Yay! We're just zooming through this. Very exciting.
That's one.
We're trying to play like the Who.
Man, it's like I have the best job. I get to do math all day.
And do grades.
And Kajoots.
All right. The total cost for renting a helicopter is represented as this. What is the constant there? Say it.
75.
75. You're right. So 75 is the constant. So this is testing your vocabulary. Okay, coefficients. What are those? Well, there's a bunch of them, right? Negative 21, 28, positive 3, and negative 4. Alright? So you would probably write all those out. Okay, how many terms in number 6? I heard 1, 2, 5. How many?
10.
I thought it was 5.
It is 5. Okay, so what's the definition of terms? How we can find them? Yes.
A term is
and like variables can be after it, but you can't count pluses and minuses, but negatives do count.
Kinda. Right. So the parts of the expression or equation that are separated by what? Positive sign, negative sign, or parentheses. Okay, so therefore this part, but you do have to include the negatives like she said, thank you. And this part, and this part. So there's 5. Alright? So negative 21, 3, negative 4x squared, negative 7, and 4ZWQM. Why are there so many letters there? I have no idea. Okay, Chris bought T tickets. I like this problem. Alright, he bought T tickets to attend the basketball games and football games. Okay, this thing is basketball, and this thing is for football. Now, write an expression to show how much more he paid for one than the other. So when they ask for how much more, what is that? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? Subtraction, yes. It is definitely subtraction. How do you know? Yeah, exactly, the difference. So if I say, I have, I don't know, this kid over here has 20 bucks, and I have $2, how much more we would subtract, right? 20 minus 2. All right, so we're going to do how much more was the basketball, so that's our first one, and we're going to subtract the football. So basketball was what? 9t. I'm going to do capital T so it doesn't look like a plus. 9t plus 25. Minus, because we're subtracting, minus the quantity 8t plus 10. Cool. Hey, this looks like those subtracting binomials problems we did. So that means that we need to subtract. We need to change the sign, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we change the sign. I need more room here. Let me zoom out. Okay, so 9t and then negative 8t. This is negative 8t. And this becomes negative 10. Alright, so 9t minus 8t is 1t. And then 25 minus 10 plus 15. 1t plus 15. You can just write t. Alright. I think I need my magic lasso again. There it is. Okay. The perimeter of a triangular is this. This is also a good problem. I like this problem. Because I like to think about stuff and solve problems. So perimeter is what? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? Addition, right, because we have to add up all the sides. We're adding together 3 sides of the triangle, right? Right. Okay? They're giving us 2 of them. And this is the perimeter. So it's a little tricky. So watch. 9x minus 5 plus 8x plus 20. Well, that equals plus the missing side, right? So we can put a big question mark, whatever. Okay. Question mark plus equals 24x minus 20. So how would we do that? Kinda. What would you do first?
Find the amount made from adding 9x minus 5
minus 35.
plus 8x plus 20.
Right, add these two together, right? So 9 plus 8, 17x, and then negative 5 and positive 20, 15. All right, cool. So now we have a missing side, and yes, now we're going to subtract, right? So how much do we have to go to get from 17 to 24? Hmm? 7. We have to get 7 more. So 7x. And then from 15, I'm actually going to change this to positive 20. I don't like this problem. Let's change it to positive 20. Why not? Sure. Okay. So how much do we have to go to get from 15 to 20?
5.
Only one answer. 5, right? So that's our last side. 7x plus 5. Any questions? Oh yeah, I changed this to 24x plus 20 just to make it a better problem. Yeah.
What did you combine the 15 plus the 20? Like, when did you combine the two?
No. We are adding a mystery side. We don't know how much it is, right? To get to 20. So how much more do we need? 5. Because there's 3 sides. We already added 2 of them. We need that missing. So it's actually subtraction, like Chadwick says. So 20 minus 15. Yep. It's a little tricky of a problem, but if you review the YouTube, you'll be like, oh, I get it. Oh. Here we go. What's the greatest common factor? 2x. What about y?
No.
No, because there's no y in the second one. So 2xz. And you're not going to actually Jeopardy because it only asked you for the greatest common factor. It didn't ask you to factor. Get it? Okay, cool. A little tricky. They're just asking you to read the problem. Simplify the following expression. Okay, now remember, we've got a negative here, so we have to distribute a -1. Just like we did on that other problem. X plus 6. Okay, what happens to this 3x? Becomes a, thank you, -3x, and then -10 becomes positive 10. Now we can combine like terms. So x will combine with -3, so that gives us -2. And then, yeah, 6 and 10 makes 16. Am I going too fast?
No, go faster. We won't be doing
Yes, faster.
Go faster.
Faster.
I won't put computer.
Okay, simplify following expression. So again, I see this little negative here, so I need to distribute that. So 2 negatives make a positive 7x. 2 negatives again for the negative and the -10 makes a positive 10. Alright, so let's write down the first part. -17x squared plus 6y. Alright, now what? Combine like terms, okay? What do we do? Very good. No, he's right. Say it again. Say it again. There are no like terms. They all have different variables. So, if you look carefully, we have x squared. There's no other thing with x squared. We have a y, we have an x, and we have a constant. So none of these can combine. So that's your final answer right there. No, that's your answer.
No.
No, you're not going to do that. Alright. It didn't ask for standard form.
Really? It's just like that? Dang.
Alright, now what? Now what? Now what? Same thing except there's no negative. So actually, this one, I'm going to use some computer magic to make my problem. I don't have to write anything. I'm just going to use some whiteout. Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. So this is magical.
Does anybody have a white pen?
Ta-da! So there's your answer, right? There's your answer. If you don't have a magical
So it's the same
computer
answer.
situation, then you're going to have to write it with a pencil.
It's the same answer.
Pen.
It's not the same answer because this is a oops. This is a positive 7x. This one's negative 7x.
Oh,
Positive
yeah.
10. This is a negative 10. You could use whiteout.
Asked Grandma where's the best part of skip class, and she said in the office.
Okay. But could you use tomato sauce?
I was messing with her. I told her.
Yes.
And then
Alright. Okay. So now we're looking for like terms here.
He's like, is it
Now we're looking for like terms. XY. Is there any other XYs here?
Negative 10.
Yes. So we're going to combine those. Alright. Is there another X by itself? No.
No.
Is there another B squared? No.
No.
But there is a negative 10B and a positive 19B. So we're going to add those together. What do we get?
negative? Or no, it's 9.
11 bad guys
9B.
and 10 bad guys.
What?
Wait,
No.
Negative.
11 bad guys and 10 bad guys makes 21 bad guys. Come on, you guys know this.
No, many
That's
bad
scary.
guys.
9B.
We're going to combine those. We get negative 21 XY. Negative 3, positive B squared, because they're, oh, I forgot the X. Negative 3X, excuse me. So negative 3X plus B squared. Okay, what about negative 10 and positive 19? 9B. And then negative 5XY squared.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I got exactly.
All right, what about this one? X squared. Any more X squareds? Yes. What about X's? Any other X's? Yes, that's positive 7X, positive 5X. So we've got negative 5X squared plus 12X, because those are both positive, plus 19. Yes?
How did the 6 turn into 5?
Okay, positive 1, negative 6 makes negative 5. Yeah, it's not 0. Yes. Because that's the way the math works. Like if you have, remember, X stands for a number, right? So if you plugged it in, substituted, right? Say this is $6, that would be 36. Okay, for X squared. Now let's say we don't want to multiply it by a huge number. Let's say 3X squared. I'm giving an example. He's saying, why doesn't it change to X to the 4th? So let's do, I'm giving him a simple example, like X squared plus, let's do 2X squared. Okay, so each variable stands for a number. So let's say that X stands for 6. That'd be 36 plus 2 times 36. Okay? What's 2 times 36? 72. 36 plus 72 equals 108, which is the same as 3 times 6 squared. Not 3 times 6 to the 4th. Okay? I know we kind of didn't do problems that were quite that difficult, so for our combining like terms. Good question though. Okay, the side lengths of a triangle are boom, boom, and boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Larry, Moe, and Curly. Write an equation in simplest form for the perimeter. Oh, expression. I'm sorry, expression. Perimeter means to Ah. So 5 plus 7? 12 plus 14 plus 4 is 16x, not plus 14, plus 4. Okay, 15, negative 26, and negative 1. Negative 12. Careful. Negative 12. Okay. Here we go. Alright, next. Oh, now this one is a mistake. We really do not want 0.50. I don't know who put that there, but it wasn't me. I didn't write this test. So we want to do 30v plus 10. What do we do? Jeopardy!
Jeopardy, yes.
Which is 10. 3v plus 1. Thank you. That's a terrible v. That's a little bit better of a v. Are you writing this down?
Yeah. Oh, what the?
Awesome. Yes.
9.
You're going all the way back to number 9? Oh, mine. Yes, I know, but if you were paying attention, I deleted it. No 10.5. If you weren't paying attention, I guess I didn't. Yeah.
Wait, why is it plus
9.
Because when you take 10 out, we divide by 10. You still have this.
Mine says 10.5.
Benny, I deleted it. All right.
Oh. Wait, but mine says 10.5 also.
Wait, was it yours too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright.
All right. Fact of the
Mine says
following
10.
expression. Now, there's something tricky here. So let's see. He's got the tricky thing.
Yeah, mine says 10.
All right, Andrew. What's the tricky thing?
You actually factor out 27.
Very good. We factor out 27.
Wait, what?
27 is the greatest common factor.
It is?
Yeah, it's tricky. So then we divide by 27. We have 1y minus 3.
No.
So if you took out a 9 on the test, I probably wouldn't mark you off. But you're supposed to find the greatest common factor.
What else?
Okay, what about this one? What's the greatest common factor?
Oh, it's 8.
16, you're right. It's another tricky one. Okay, oh, we forgot our xc, yes, thank you. So there's also an xz. Can't take out a y out of both. So this one is 1 times y minus 4. Very good.
Yeah.
Can we do Kahoot now?
Can we do Kahoot?
Finito. Bye, YouTube.
Adios!